This is our entry-level crush. It's what we call a Tweed Basic. So standard features on all of our crushes, and the same applies to the Tweed Basic crush. Split sliding gate going in. This sliding gate going in is much better than a conventional push-pull, because if I'm going to follow a beast up, I've only got to flick that handle, and that handle is now locked. So the offside of the split sliding gate going in is blocking the head of the animal that's following the one which you want in the crush, because often that's a problem that you haven't. So you're trying to jam a conventional sliding gate on the shoulder of the beast that you don't want in the crush. The only time you'll ever get two in the crush with this split sliding gate is if one buries his head between the back legs of the one that you want in the crush and follows him into the crush. And there's not a whole lot anybody can do about that, apart from get a V-race. And that really minimises the chance of that happening, because he can't get his leg in between the back leg. So this is so quick. Front plus rear catch is standard on all of our crushes. All of our crushes slam catch gates. Now, plus you'll note the way that we set these up, they can't fly past the keeper. And likewise, if you do want to take these across and mark a calf or squeeze these across, we do have other squeeze crushes, but just for base entry, if you do ever have to get those in to hold them across, and they can't come back and bite you. So there is no advantage of a two-way slam catch and a crush, because the second way is going to either finish up in you for a shorter person in the nose, or for a normal person, or in the kneecap. So these are designed not to be two-way slam catches. There's also protection plates to stop a beast's a horn or rump or tail or anything. It's amazing how, if that isn't protected there, that catch can come open. But by putting these plates in there, that prevents that from happening. Fully sheeted, and we've managed to close these gaps here, which we compared to our last range of crushes. And then you'll note now that we've gone away from the burnt orange colour, because it was very hard to make paint stick to gal. It either had to get whip blast or edge primed. Both of those take off the gal. And you'll see the amount of galvanising that's in our crushes, all first grade Australian steel and galvanised inside and out. A few other little things we go to the trouble of doing prior to the sheet going onto the RHS. We run a bead of Celastic between the sheet and the RHS prior to being stitch welded. What that does, it takes that tinny rattle noise out. It's a dull thud if it hits. It's not that really tinny rattly sort of noise. And then further, we run a bead of Celastic between the sheet and the RHS on the top, because that's where crushes first start to rust out, where the RHS curves around. There's always a part there that does get full of dirt and then obviously water, but that's where crushes first start to rust out, is on the sheeting here. The tie down lugs are 8mm thick, so the base of the crush is lifted up 8mm off the concrete. Recommend putting these on a concrete pad, because you're going to spend between $3,000 and $10,000 on a crush, and a concrete pad will could be $1,000 to get poured if you use a contractor, $300, $400, $500 yourself. So the concrete is a cheap investment. All of our crushes come with a 5-year warranty. We have absolute faith in our product. Another standard feature is this hook, these pair of hooks, and these little holders here to hold your vaccinating guns. So you can just hook that up, bang bang, and these have got a poly insert, so if your gun goes in a bit crooked, etc., you cannot damage the needle. So this is adjustable, and as that rolls around, it's not taking that up or down. We talked about the mechanical advantages and the R&D plus innovation that's gone into our head bale before, so click on that section if you'd like a refresher. There is one other thing, or there's actually a few other things which is not on the refresher, but our standard chin lifter is easy to undo. There are lots of chin lifters on the market that are very difficult to undo if a beast goes down, and you often only got 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds between you noticing a beast, eyes starting to go a bit white, not breathing properly, and then having to get the tractor. So it's vital that the chin lifter can be undone quickly. I'll just get Rochelle to crack that chin lifter while I stand on it, just to show you how easy this chin lifter is to undo. So you'll never have any trouble undoing our chin lifter, and the ratchet chin lifter operates the same way. Very simple. With all of our drafting units, and when we design yards, we need clear access right around here. That's either gates which move right out of the road. The worst thing you can have is a couple of gate frames stuck here, or shed posts, or posts coming out here, because then that really limits the access. So if I'm going to needle, if we're going to tag a weaner on an induction, or to tag a calf, or to put a tag in a calf, I've got plenty of room here to calf bump. If I'm going to take the buds off a weaner, I've still got plenty of room. I'm not having to work, I can work at any angle. If I'm going to take the tips off a steer or a bullock, I've still got plenty of room. And obviously oral, and then obviously oral drenching with the chin lifter. The fact they can't get their head up, I can get in nice and close and have some control over my body movement. I don't have to stand in the front. I can stand on the side, and I've got more control when I am orally drenching.